You know what? Shame? Shame isn't always the enemy. And don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Shame sucks. It really, really does. Because it's what we were taught about shame that turned it toxic. Because healthy shame actually has a purpose. It's a learning signal. Healthy shame says, hey, what you did just there, that actually doesn't line up with your values. Let's repair it. And what you realize is that, shame is actually very brief. It's very specific. And it helps you grow. Toxic shame is different. Toxic shame is not feedback. It becomes identity. It's an identity injury. It says you didn't just do something wrong, you are something wrong. And once that belief takes hold, it spreads like wildfire through your entire nervous system. Because when shame, isn't processed and integrated, it metabolizes. And you know what happens when it's used to control instead of used as guidance? Yeah, we see it spread. We've seen it in so many different places, toxic families sometimes, without even realizing it. And we can also find it in schools and online communities, even workplaces. So, yeah, you messed up. It happens. But instead of being shown how to repair, toxic shame tells you who to be. Smaller, quieter, less human. And over time, your body learns that belonging depends on being ashamed. And what ends up happening further is like your vagus nerve stops regulating for safety and starts regulating for compliance. And what you're going to find is keeping you connected through giving up control and autonomy to someone else. And that's why, even now, years later, one disappointed look can make your chest cave in. That's not immaturity, that's conditioning. So let's talk about how we can undo toxic shame, the damage that it does to the body. Because when that familiar wave of shame rises, don't rush to bury it or justify it. Try instead to pause. When shame arises, ask yourself, is this teaching me something or trying to erase me? Because that question in itself, if you think about it, there's a lot of power in it because it separates the conscious from the conditioning. And then breathe. And rock your jaw. Let your shoulders fall back. You're telling your nervous system, I'm safe to stay even when I feel ashamed.